You see, here's the problem. We just got back from the LA Auto Show, and we saw the next generation Lexus RX. So here I am looking at the outgoing one and noticing it's got a lot of dumb and a lot of good when it comes to tech. That makes for a dilemma. Now, our RX is an interesting mix of the future and the past. It's a weird bundle of tech. Starts off on the good side with our optional navigation system. That's one of the best looking nav systems in the biz, has been for a couple of years. It is touchscreen, it's also voice activated. Beautiful rendering, easy to figure out menus, and in addition to the touchscreen, you've also got lots of good, clear, direct access physical buttons right here. We've also got the optional Levinson audio system, which in this guy is 210 watts. I think it's 11 speakers. One of those would be a sub, nicely spread around the cabin, and it's one of the very best sounding systems out there. Plus, that 6-disc begins to eat DVD audio and video, which is a nice plus. You're going to appreciate those additional disc formats because you're missing a lot of other stuff. iPod adapter, well, that's a dealer-installed option, not factory. You can also get XM a la carte or as part of the upgraded packages. If you want a standard aux jack up here, forget it. It's not even available. You can only get an aux if you get the rear seat entertainment system, which is not my favorite because it drops down from the ceiling. Now, we do have some other interesting sources. No, not SD. No, not USB. No, not HD radio. What the? Cassette. For those of you too young to know what this is, let me demonstrate. That, folks, is a cassette tape. And that's also craziness. But the only goodness of that cassette drive is to use one of those cassette adapters since you don't have an aux jack. So I guess Lexus kind of has you covered, but in a real ass-backwards way. Now I'm going to go look for the 8-track slot.
Underway, the RX Hybrid does several things rather well. First, it's eager to stay in all-electric mode until you're well down the road. I could get it to get up near 20 miles an hour on electric only pretty easily and for fairly long runs around town. Once the gas engine kicks in, power is 268 horsepower all in, 0 to 60 in about 7.5 seconds thanks to ample torque. There are a lot of cars that claim to have V8 performance from a V6. This is one of the few that can say that with a straight face.
Now, all RX hybrids have one transmission, this electronically controlled CVT, continuously variable transmission, with reverse, neutral, drive, and then right below that, the odd one, B. B is braking, as in engine braking. It allows you to bias the car's powertrain toward regenerative braking, using the engine to repower the cells.
If you get all-wheel drive like our RX, there's a separate electric motor for the rear wheels in addition to the one for the front. And of course, there's the requisite system map that adds almost nothing in the way of meaningful information, but sure looks cool. Now let's get down to earth. The RX Hybrid delivers 2724 as its EPA mileage estimates. Yeah, those are numbers you'll feel good about at the pump, but make no mistake, they're not going to do much to save the earth. We're still talking about a sub-30 mpg ride. If you really want to help the environment, you've got to make a bigger sacrifice than driving one of these.